Hey, what's up, my dude? Your friendly neighborhood Tony here. Amazon Prime Video just dropped the first trailer for an upcoming remake of a classic 80s Patrick Swayze action movie. You've probably heard of it. It's called Roadhouse, and this one's going to be starring Jake Gyllenhaal and Conor McGregor. So, of course, I had to jump on real quick to watch the trailer with you guys. So let's go ahead and watch that real quick, and then we'll talk about it a little bit afterwards to see if it looks like this remake's going to be any good. If that kind of thing sounds cool to you and you want to keep up to speed on all the new big movies that are coming out on streaming and in theaters, make sure you subscribe. All right, without further ado, the first official trailer for Roadhouse. Here we go.
Before we start, do you have insurance?
What?
Your coverage good? Like, you have dental?
Oh, haha.
Is there a hospital
Funny.
nearby? Is it like too far?
About like 25 minutes, I'd say.
I just slapped you. Are you all right?
What?
Okay. Huh.
So you like to fight?
Interesting.
Win?
No one ever wins a fight.
Oh, okay. Interesting take.
This ain't the Holiday Inn, pal.
I'll move it.
A friend of mine suggested I come talk to you. I own a roadhouse out in the Florida Keys.
Of course, it's Florida.
Lately, it's been attracting the wrong clientele. I can pay you good money. Judging by your car, you need that.
Well, I like my car.
Think about it.
Okay. Doug Liman, I mean,
you are.
I like him.
Elwood Dalton, big fan, man.
That guy's got a knife under his shirt. You just take a big step back and pop me in the face. You can do it.
Okay.
Bouncing. Yeah, it's all nice, like he's Mr. Rogers or something, but then he'll haul off. Really
Eesh.
interesting guy, overall.
I like him.
Brand wants to take the roadhouse away from me. He wants to build some resort.
Huh.
I should warn you. People have a certain way of getting things done around here.
It's a pretty good cast. Oh my God.
Hey, fellas. Looks like you're having a smashing night. Dalton! I got a tip for you. Don't let no one get this close.
Okay, okay.
You know, threaten me, tell me to get out of town. I get the impression that you can't be threatened.
Is that a gator?
Once Knox is on the job, it's over, baby.
Oh my God.
It
This
takes a
is
lot to get me
ridiculous.
angry, but when I am, I just can't let go.
Okay.
You seem a little aggressive around here.
This is really interesting, actually.
Is that one a friend of yours?
No, I just broke his arm.
These things happen. March 21st on Prime Video. Okay, so a couple of things right off the bat. First off, Conor McGregor is getting a lot more screen time than I thought he would get. I thought it was just gonna be like a cameo or something like that, but it looks like he is maybe even like one of the primary antagonists of the movie. And honestly, he doesn't look that bad. You know, the whole movie is ridiculous and cheesy and over the top and all of that. So his personality, it kind of fits, you know, and he doesn't necessarily, it seems, have to be, you know, a very capable dramatic actor or anything like that. So it works for what they're trying to do here. Also, I like the different spin on it that Jake Gyllenhaal's character is kind of like a failed UFC fighter, a failed mixed martial artist. You know, in the original Roadhouse, Patrick Swayze was just this kind of like legendary bouncer. I'm interested to see like a different take on that. Maybe even, I'm going to regret saying this word, but a more realistic take in that he's actually a trained professional fighter. Some of the fight scenes I thought looked pretty good. Some of the different technique that they used was okay. It definitely looked like they were doing some speed ramping. If you're not familiar with speed ramping, that's basically where you speed up the video to make it look like people are moving faster or slower than they actually are. So you could definitely tell they were doing that a bit, but that makes sense. I mean, Jake Gyllenhaal's not a trained fighter, so of course they're gonna have to do stuff like that, little camera tricks and whatnot. The movie is being directed by Doug Liman. Now, I pulled up Doug Liman's list of movies that he's directed, and there are a few that I really like, but there's also a few that are not very good at all. So, for example, he directed The Bourne Identity, which is a great action movie from the early 2000s, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Edge of Tomorrow, which is a very underrated sci-fi action movie with Tom Cruise. If you haven't seen Edge of Tomorrow, Please check that out. It's so good. He also did American Made, which is another Tom Cruise movie. That's a pretty fun movie. But then he's done things like Chaos Walking, which wasn't very good. Lockdown also wasn't very good. So his recent films from the past couple years haven't been great, but he's definitely done a number of movies that are high quality. So I believe that he can pull this off. And, you know, like I said, it's one of those movies that's supposed to be cheesy. It's supposed to be over the top. It's supposed to make you laugh and roll your eyes and all of that. And so there's maybe like a lower barrier to entry in order to accomplish what he's setting out to accomplish in this. And I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of the original Roadhouse. Personally, it came out, I think, when I was like a baby, so I didn't watch it until much later on in life. And by that point, it was like, you know, I was maybe a little bit over the cheesy 80s action movie. So I'm curious to see what they do here. I might have to go back and watch that original because I barely remember it from when I was a kid. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Are you a fan of the original Roadhouse with Patrick Swayze? Are you looking forward to this new Jake Gyllenhaal movie? And what do you think about having Conor McGregor playing a kind of pivotal role in this movie? You think he's going to do a decent job? I don't know. Whatever you think, let me know in the comments below. I definitely want to hear it. Of course, I'll be watching this as soon as it comes out, and I'll do a full review so that way you guys know what I think. So if you want to see that, make sure you subscribe. Or if you just want to keep up to speed on all the new big movies that are coming out on streaming and in theaters, you know what to do. All right, my dude. I'll catch you in the next one. Be good.